Hello there and welcome to the grand finals of the new Battlegrounds tournament, and we've got a new Korean hero. PFC battled Ashablar to a stunning best-of-3 victory, and Kimbo seems to have awoken as well. Siberian GT, my commentator for the day. Yeah, the battle lines are drawn. Sib, what are we expecting to see here?
I'm expecting a lot of aggression. It wouldn't surprise me if we see a very similar build from PFC that he used against Asha. He didn't need to refine it a little bit, but I think he definitely needed to tweak the Jackson element of it. From Kimbo, I'm seeing every single commander having G43, so I think that's a very good indicator of what he's going to go for. He's locking in Lightning Wars straight from the bat.
Nice, aggressive strat for a map that is deceptively closed, as we discovered. A lot of these new things added to Champs-Élysées do block both sight and shot. So yeah, it's a little bit more maneuver orientated than one would expect. And the G43s are really going to help Kimbo in that aspect. So we're going to see a nice mobile game. And that's exactly what I hope to see when I see the names PFC and Kimbo. Very aggressive players, both of them. Riflemen are just capping in the north at the moment. We've got rear echelons go south to put the tank traps down, same as yesterday. And Kimbo, of course, is on the Gren train. Big congratulations to Joj, by the way, the map maker for this gorgeous map, Champs-Élysées. He won $100, and do you know what he did with it, Sib? You were there. He said to put it straight back into the Master League prize pool. So yeah, that's going to go into a future tournament. Thanks, Joj.
Absolutely great work, and shout out to all the other map makers who didn't quite make it. We had some good competition. Rachel was a close second with Canal Park, which is another very good map.
Certainly was. Pioneers closing the distance on the Riflemen after they were suppressed. Meanwhile, more Riflemen emerged from the woodwork, forcing the MG into that strong garrison. Riflemen suffer a lot of health damage there.
This is a huge win for Kimbo. Now, PFC is going for his usual 3 Rifleman grenades start, but just the sheer fact that he's pushed off one of the Riflemen means his MG is that much safer. He just needs to be a bit careful in that building.
Certainly does. It's a strong garrison, but there's also a huge L-shaped wall next to it, so it's not overpowering. PFC, meanwhile, has taken the fuel cut-off, and his rear echelons are currently holding the line for the south fuel.
Yeah, heroics. Oh, they might go down. They will go down.
That's posthumous heroics. That's martyrdom now. Every single one of those rear echelons died trying to save the fuel. A little bit shaky from PFC there, must be said.
I'm not sure what happened. He retreated a 4-square Rifleman. Misclick potentially.
Yeah, indeed. They weren't even behind their little tank traps, so it makes no sense, that engagement. PFC may have been exhibiting nerves there. I don't recall him ever being in a grand final before, so it could be just that.
No, I mean in the north, he also retreated his Rifleman. Very oddly.
Oddly, he didn't need to. Okay.
Maybe he panicked and reacted too late. Hit T, I don't know. But Kimbo is using this to his advantage. He's gaining a lot of momentum. Adding on a 4th Grenadier, as we've seen the PFC himself do.
Yeah, he's got a flamethrower Pioneer, 4 Grenadiers. He's going full anti-infantry. Will this make PFC go for an early M20 perhaps? But don't forget that we've got 4 Panzerfaust platforms with a plus 7% bulletin for Panzerfaust range.
That's right. Kimbo's got a flamethrower, so that's gonna help him out a lot down south. Needs to be a little bit careful with this grenade.
Oh.
He sees it.
Just mangles the corpses of the 2 Grenadiers that are full and not the 2 active Grenadiers. Pioneers are going to come into construction duty. And the map of Kimbo, who's now playing his darndest, it's fully red soon. He's going to capture 2 fuels.
We've gone for a lieutenant. He's actually rebuilt his echelon, which does delay his ambulance and his mechanized. So whichever route he really chooses, he will be a little bit delayed here. And I would have liked to have seen him reserve the grenade tech. It's not really good revealing that you have grenades to such a simple engagement. If he had other units, he could have grenaded at the same time, then maybe, but that was a missed opportunity, I think.
I completely agree. At this level, if you're not going to get 2 nades off at the same time, it's such a wasted opportunity, especially when it's easy to dodge like that was. So he's wasted 200 manpower, and now he's wasted early grenade tech, 100 manpower, 15 fuel. That's a big squad loss in terms of manpower.
certainly wasted the element of surprise.
Certainly. He's got a good flank off here, though. He's getting one of the 2 cut-offs. Still no fuel for him, however.
Now, there is a rare opportunity to grenade on retreat. It'll be difficult to pull off, but he does have that option.
Certainly does. Meanwhile, we've got the MGs pushing in from the eastern side. The Grenadiers are holding strong. Lieutenant closes the distance, trying to root him out with the grenade. Easy dodge for Kimbo. Back within the confines of this fighting nest. And he's full retreating there, PFC. It's all over the place so far. And these Grens, 9 kills now. G43s, they win a 1v3 engagement overall.
Yeah, thanks to the support of the MG, that looked extremely one-sided to the Grenadiers.
Now he's dabbing on him with the med kits.
Have a look in the base. We do have airborne selected again, and not a surprise. Quite a popular commander, PFC, last time we saw him on this map.
Yeah, it's not a surprise. I mean, he can bridge the gap with an M1 AT gun. It means when his Stuart comes out, if it's got... You know, it's already... Its window of opportunity is going to be severely hampered now due to his fuel economy. So the fact that he can get it out and get an M1 AT gun might make him viable. But it's not looking likely so far. G1 is all Kimbo at this point in time.
Yeah, Kimbo's not pulling any weird battle group, mechanized groups. He's going straight for a 2-2-2, which is exactly what's going to hurt PFC the most at this element. He's getting a Stuart, so that's good.
Let's see what he does from that point onward. He's had no manpower for a 50 cal. He's been able to go straight Stuart. I don't even remember him having that fuel. I think he might have had the southwest fuel just long enough. But Kimbo's got 70 in the bag. 70 additional fuel.
That's right. It's going to be really difficult to push any of this infantry away with the 2-2-2 on the field. His Stuart isn't quite ready, but even when he gets going, it's already 7 minutes in and he's almost triple capped to his base.
Nice little Model 24 grenade on the Lieutenant's retreat path. G43's gunning them down. He tries to... Was that smoke with the rear echelons? Yes, it was. And that could save the Lieutenant's life. Stuart's in the picture. Good shot on the 2-2-2 there, but Faust threatens.
Should be able to get away. He will actually be able to do some... Wow.
Gets him! Max range there, but he's going to get Fausted yet again. Here it comes. He's got a good amount of health on that Stuart. He needs to get the reinforcements in the picture because the munitions of Kimbo is climbing, of course. He needs to get to 25. He's currently on 12. He's got 52 income per minute. This is a very dead Stuart. If these riflemen can't save the day... Oh, they're giving up on him. They're giving up on the Stuart, Sib.
Don't know. Well, maybe.
Oh, Stuart got an excellent shot there on the Grenadier. Surely he's not going to die for this Faust. He's going to die for the Faust. He gets it and then dies for it. A martyr of the Reich. We've got an Iron Cross heading home to his Mutter in Hamburg there.
That was so strange. Such weird decision making from both players. Kimbo opting to go north rather than around the little house here. PFC just stood there.
Crazy, because I really think PFC could have done more to save the Stuart. Then he decided to go on a flanking expedition instead, probably knowing the MG would be around there. So it was actually a little bit of good game sense because the MG was there. But yeah, weird. Now we're back to M20 Scout Car at 9 minutes 30.
Yeah, they've gone, alright, well, we'll carry this duet again with the 2-2-2, except this time PFC doesn't have enough fuel for us to do it, so it's just going to be the M20. I guess if we're looking at it from a numbers point of view, PFC did come out ahead, but because he's so far behind, it was still a victory for Kimbo, because that just means more time PFC isn't able to really push out onto the map.
Really is. We've got the M1 dropping from the sky. Rifleman could die here, however. We've got G43s and the 2-2-2 blocks them off. Kimbo with an excellent linebacker style move there. You will not pass go. You will not collect $200.
That was a good tactical movement usage. Brought all his grenadiers into close range. Scout car was doing a bit of body blocking in the retreat. PFC actually decided to get a 57mm AT gun himself.
Yeah, it's kind of sad though, isn't it? It's really, this game one is all Kimbo. And might now be chance for PFC to regroup, or is he going to try and fight out of this? USF notorious for being very linear in their aggression. They kind of all momentum, and as soon as that momentum stops, you may as well quit. To be honest, some of the time.
This is good game sense from Kimbo. He knows he doesn't really need the pack gun just yet. He's opting to go for second MG.
Yeah, he knew the M1 was countered there. He knew the G43s were coming in, so yeah, he just quits. It might not have even made it back to base. 1-0 to Kimbo. What a first game for Kimbo there. Smashing through PFC like a hot knife through butter.
Very one-sided, it felt like, and partially looked like PFC was just warming up a little bit. He kind of got going, and then he really needed that Stewart out alive.
Yeah, I would say so. Could have. There was a few moments where it could have gone a little bit better for him, but to be honest, Kimbo was just all over him. All of those early infantry engagements just went wrong. As USF, you can't afford that. It's a meme. We're making it into one. We just keep saying it. But USF need to have the momentum, and PFC just never got going, really.
No, he didn't. He wasted his opportunity on grenades. Even so, Kimbo was probably potentially expecting it, so he needed... I think it all started with that rare echelon, and then he retreated one of his riflemen, oddly, up north, so that just meant he had to give up. He just had the single rifleman against grenadiers and an MG.
Yeah, it was as simple as that. Getting you in a second observer party, Sib. Give us confirmation when you can see me.
I can see.
Watching game, please wait. Yeah, we have to give these little call-outs to each other, by the way, because if Relic tells one of us that we can see each other and then I press go, he won't be with me. There's like lots of intricacies. You have to be very clear. Scalpel. I'm severing this third artery. It has to be precise, man. This is the best suit I could get for Siberian on short notice. I'm so sorry for Level Gusto. I know it could be better.
Limited budget today. We had to make do.
Righty-ho then. Let's go straight into it with a little bit of... I'm feeling like crap today, so this next intro is a tribute to that. Isolation has you feeling blue. There's only one thing left to do. The patch is out, let's play Code 2. It's the Corona Cup. And here he is, the man that's 1-0 up, playing as this time the Soviets in Paris. Don't quite know what's going on there. But he's up against PFC, of course, that's got a battle from the back foot now and get straight back into this best of 5 and not give all of the momentum away to the mighty one, Kimbo.
His opponent today will be none other than a Korean rockstar, PFC. He had a shaky game 1 as USF. Let's see if he's able to regain his composure and strike back with his mighty Wehrmacht.
Oh, and love it.
Again, wasting no time. We saw in our last series with Kimbo, Asha and PFC. Asha took 30 minutes to pick a commander, and as a result missed a lot of opportunity for radio intercept. Kimbo wasted no time. Partisans will be a weapon of choice.
Party for Kimbo right now. Partisan action, of course. The French resistance, perhaps. Well, in this case, it's the communist Soviet resistance, and they're just on holiday. Well, it looks like we're going for the south at the moment with the working units, so they're going to battle up. We've got the 1st infantry going up north, and it's just a beautiful map that really does push push you to play in multiple areas of the map at the same time to be truly competitive, and that's what you want to see. Sib, have you had much chance to play as partisan tactics at the moment? People are really saying that it's a lot more powerful than people used to think.
I have not, but I have seen it in action. It does open up a good number of ambush and strategic decision making. Certainly tactical, because you can infiltrate them and hide them all over the map, and they become a little bit more viable. Before, they used to be this unit that might have a slight impact upon entry, but now they have sustained damage and lethality with the improved upgrades they receive.
And you've really got to consider all those abilities as well. With of course, the spy network, mark target, and radio intercept all on the same command. It's pretty powerful. Grenadiers set up behind the market stall. The conscripts don't give a crap. They close the distance. You've got combat engineer joining the fray. They haven't had enough munitions quite yet to get the flamethrower, so they're just going to be Mosin and Naganting it out.
This is a good win for Kimbo, I think, because the MG is trying to get an angle on the engineers. It will get to do so, but his 2 grenadiers are already pretty much off the field because they're outnumbered. Almost a shame you can't garrison this huge building next to the house by the 7 VP.
Yeah, it's rather large, but I think it'd be very powerful. But now that he's put a lot of sight blockers in and around the central victory point, I'm not so sure it would matter. MG's been flanked. Its first action was to, yes, secure the fuel, but then it's been flanked, so Kimbo keeping up the aggression. Meanwhile, he's being 2v1'd in the north. He needs to see that conscript very low. He should survive there. The last soldier's got a lot of health.
Yeah, very good flanks from Kimbo, 2 for 2, outnumbering the Grenadiers, catching them out of position on the north, now the south. The MG is almost down to 1 model already.
Conscript's going to chill behind this bush and continue the fight against the Pioneers. MG's going to come round through the gates here. It's quite a little exciting strategy. No, it's going to go all the way around the edge.
Look at the partisans being called in. I'm wondering if he's going to try get a sweep on the MG as he retreats.
Could do. He's in prime position here. Pioneers could get it. Could launch in on them. Nope.
One of the big changes that they've added is you obviously cannot get the grenade anymore. Before, you used to come out and you'd have access to a grenade instantly. That made them an incredibly powerful shock unit, but they fell off very quickly after that.
Very early time to get the partisans. With having gotten the combat engineer flamethrower, he wasn't able to upgrade them to PPSHs in time, or at all, in fact, actually. But early game, again, looks likely to have been just about in Kimbo's favour. I think if we look at the KD over here, you can see that the Soviet player has equal KD with the Wehrmacht player, which means Kimbo's winning in the manpower war.
Our territory is falling into enemy hands.
EFC once again. This seems to be a popular build of him. 4 grenadiers before tier 2.
Yeah, it's becoming more so. Yeah, it gives Wehrmacht a nice early power spike if they can get behind cover and get in good positions at least.
Definitely better start from him. Kimbo favoring the partisans over a 4th conscript or anything like that. Just quicker field presence. Let's see how well he utilizes them.
Well, so far they've only got the 1 kill. They should lose out to Grenadiers, all in all, from that kind of distance. Pioneers with companies in the north, MG covering for these guys, PFC's battling back up there.
I would have loved to have seen these combat engineers up north of the house and everything. Look, the partisans, they're going for it. Almost emergency 1.
Oh, they get a Gren wipe! They get a full Gren wipe! 4 kills there!
PFC caught sleeping on the job.
Oh my god, he is! That's bad for PFC. Kimbo's going to walk away with this series at this rate. Maybe he heard that I was ill, and he's just phoning it in for me.
You almost lost another one. They were dropped to 1 model, so Kimbo on fire at the moment.
Vector in chat says we've got to get to a 5th game. He, of course, designed Bryansk Forest, which would be the 5th game map. But at the moment, PFC's been sleeping on a few squads, and Kimbo shows no sign of faltering. Oh, Gren's running past the conscripts here.
This is so dangerous. Trying to do a bit of body blocking, but it should be okay.
MG sets up just as a conscript emerges.
This is a really rough start for PFC all of a sudden. It started off okay, but now Kimbo is all over this.
The enemy is taking
Yeah,
our
he's had a
territory.
fantastic game of it. Ha! Bunker just about captures his conscripts there. He thought he could get around the infantry company and show off, but he could not.
Territory is out of contact.
Looks like the plumbers are on strike today as well, AE. I was hoping the pipes would be fixed, but they're still leaking.
Those lazy, lazy plumbers.
222 should help, but Kimbo going for a good time T70 here, no doubt.
Yeah, no doubt to it. I mean, he's got 2 cut-offs. He's kept fuel for longer than PFC. This 222's days, its window of opportunity, it is numbered. The partisan wipe could help. Gren on the move accuracy isn't the strongest suit. Oh, look at that tripwire flare.
Those Grins I hit on right for a mine next to the sandbags down south.
We are losing territory.
Constant attrition.
They're gonna detonate.
Oh, Pioneer could die here. Will the conscripts focus him? They hit the tank traps a few times. Oh, that would have been game.
It was a lucky escape from PFC. A little bit of a poor reaction there.
Light tank ready for orders.
70 is on the field. Gonna merge, and as I say, this 222's had a brief window of opportunity, but that's all it's going to end up being. Bunkers being prioritised. Probably needs to think about the pack. As soon as he sees the T70 need to cancel the bunker and get a pack out, that's my 2 cents.
He's been bleeding so much manpower, it has delayed the pack. We've even got a Panzerschreck on the partisans, as you know, you can now upgrade them for...
He hasn't seen the T70 yet. Bunker's down. He's got no chance.
It's in a poor position here. I don't think it's gonna get away. There's no snares nearby.
Our sector.
2 more shots required. There's the snares just helping out just about. 1 more
see
shot
that?
required. Max range gets it. How is that not a kill? Kimbo unlucky there.
Field hospital.
Alright, PFC manages to save his 222. He definitely needs it, so probably good for us as viewers.
Yes.
Forces are securing our
Got
territory.
the partisan and now tank hunter squad, so that's going to be keeping the 222 busy as well. As I say, its days aren't just numbered. We're writing its obituary. It's already nearly died once, so let's see if that happens a second time. Conscript's doing something odd in the north. They're not sitting on the fuel. I think Kimbo's just using some advanced gamer sense, bro, to prioritise heavy cover over trying to cap the fuel. Unfortunately for him, it's not quite working because directionality of cover, and I don't think he quite has it.
Let's see where PFC
Losing a sector.
decides to move. He definitely needs to move out as one solid unit. The ambush is set with the Shreks and the T70 if the 222 overextends.
Second map today will be Canal Park. And PFC is going to be hoping his fortune is going to be a lot stronger on that particular map because Champs-Élysées has been a river of tears for him so far.
So this is quite funny. The partisans that PFC doesn't even know about, they're fully pinned. Simply because the MG has been shooting at the T70 and causing AoE suppression.
AoE suppression. There you go, you gotta love it. Blob control mechanics.
This is Kimbo.
Double planting mines, by the way, that came in vogue in Master League.
Kimbo's doing almost everything just right. And it's showing. He's had a lot of map presence as a reward.
Dude, check out my stream. There's this column of like press releases. The top, it knocked out a concrete chunk, and then the top fell down perfectly on it. It was like up here, and then it dropped on it. It was literally unplayable. What a game-ending bug! Can't believe it. It just
Need to
knocked out the
restart now.
middle cylinder and then it dropped on it. It was great. Hey, Ashablaw says PFC needs sniper or mortar. I mean, you've got to agree. I mean, Wehrmacht do need these manpower attritional things if they want to get back into the manpower war. When they're losing this heavily, they need to survive using their support weapon superiority.
We have 300
Shrek connected, but T70 did manage to evade the second pack shot. Had that, well, actually he had the Zizda, so maybe this could have been an elaborate trap.
Another tripwire flare, 15 munitions for a 30 manpower kill.
Vision.
Always remember the day they nerfed tripwire flares, Sib, by taking them from 10 munitions to 15.
Grenadier squad is
And
ready.
showing just how much they cared about the 1v1 competitive scene as a result.
Better 5 munitions than nothing. At least they didn't go the other way.
It's like when they nerfed, what did they nerf? The bloody abandon mechanic. They took it from 25% health to 20. I was just, oh, thanks, Relic. Thanks for giving me bread and water today instead of just bread or water.
Enemy is taking our territory.
T70 is already veteran C2. That's the big offensive spike for it. So Kimbo looking to collect some heads of it, and he's doing just that.
Jib is right, I did mean main gun crit. And meanwhile, in the centre, we've got Grenz being advanced upon by Conscript. T70's running ramp shot on these poor pioneers. 2-2 waits. Oh, will they die? Yes, they will. Another wipe for Kimbo. 10 kills, Vet 2 now.
That's painful because he needs repairs, and now all of a sudden his pioneers are dead. And the pack gun game caught out of position. Just shake you all around.
Opponents are
It's
seizing
not had a
the
good
sector.
start, and it's continuing. He needs to regroup on Canal Park and win 2 games there in order to take series. It's not, you know, unthinkable. We do see this tend to happen. Some players favour certain maps. Oh, Pack hit the tree instead. It's unfortunate, shedding branches rather than shredding armour.
I must say, despite the extremely rough start for PFC, somehow he's managed to get just over 50% of the map. But that victory might be short-lived as the mechanized company from Kimbo is gearing up. That will let him field T-34s, which he already has fuel for.
G43 Grenadiers in the house here with 10 kills, 2-2-2 pushing up. You've got to say, PFC has stabilised somewhat, but it is short-lived with the T-34 on its way. PFC is now taking Battle Phase 2, however, so it's deceptive just how much fuel he's managed to protect.
There's the T-34, and it's an early one, well ahead of the Panzer IV.
Yeah, it's going to have a good hunting period. G43 is pushing away the conscripts now. PFC starting to cut fire on all cylinders. These G43s blinking away.
It's a little telemine up north by the house.
Oh
If
yes,
Kimbo spots that.
well spotted. We do have Minesweeper combat engineers. They are heading that way.
Enemy forces are attempting
I'm
to
expecting a
capture
dive
our
with the
territory.
T-70 and T-34.
You know, he's
So-
got every right to do that. He's had periods of superiority, but one telemine could change the momentum of this game.
He could, he just needs to be very sure he can either hold that position or pull back a little bit. Obviously he doesn't know about the T-34, but at this level he should be expecting it, especially the amount of map presence Kimbo has had.
Combat engineers push in. Oh, T-70's heading that way.
By
Unfortunately-
network used, Kimbo knows where the pack gun is.
The enemy is encroaching on our territory.
He's going to try and push it away. He's got the MG as well. Yeah, oh, he couldn't see the MG thanks to the tree line.
Here comes a pincer movement, T-34 coming from the south, T-70 waiting in the shadows. Actually opts to...
Oh, waiting in the shadows.
Oh.
But what lurks in those shadows, Sib? Sudden doom! He's so close! He's so
He's-
close!
What did he spot it with? Where is his...
He didn't spot it. He's just lucky. He's completely lucky. His combat engineers are nowhere near it.
No, I think I saw him briefly reveal it for a second.
Did he?
Yeah, it looked like
Oh
they
my
revealed it.
god. That's so lucky. The combat engineers must have been just off screen there.
That's why I was confused. They must have been max range.
Yeah. Chat spotted it as well. He did see it. My bad.
That was a very timely spot for Kimbo.
As I say, they must have been just off screen. They must have literally got those minesweepers, like, ever so far, but just close enough. This gunfire on the 222. We got a Molotov in on the Grenadiers in the centre. Kimbo's battling back.
He is. That wasn't quite the attack he was hoping for. It was still decent, but it does give time for the Panzer IV from PFC to come out.
T7 takes a Faust. It's Vet 3 now, so he wants to keep that alive at all costs. Very powerful unit with increased mobility and rate. Oh, what a shot from the T-34. There's 90 manpower you're not going to get back, PFC. Will we see a follow-up, perhaps? An attack round?
He died.
Yes, we will! Assassinates him.
That was a little bit unlucky for PFC there. Loses another Grenadier.
One man's unlucky as another man's excellent hold fire attack ground. You know. It was unlucky though, definitely.
Unfortunate P4. 10 seconds too late.
Conscripts caught building. T-34 turns around to fire that 76mm cannon and attacks the conscripts instead. Possibly showing cowardice there. They probably deserved it. They're waiting with the 18A. He tried to time it to perfection there, but just about mistimed it.
Nice hold with incendiary rounds in the center. Panzer IV's in trouble though.
Yeah, let's get out of there. It's lost a bit of health now. This gun's on ambush mode. We've got a second T-34 already, and look at how little fuel PFC has by comparison. Bet 3222 could fall prey to the partisans here. We have to watch that. Meanwhile, we've got T-34 versus Grenadiers in the south. Will they get away? Here comes the partisans. Are they going to get the anti-tank grenade off as well? Yes. Can they follow up? Unlikely.
Unfortunately for PFC, his Panzer IV actually detonated his own teller as it was shooting the conscripts in their house.
Oh, T-34's going in for this last Gren.
It's a good dive.
He's going for the bunker instead, may as well. Second one joining him. Pack's coming into the party. Will he take out the bunker? Yes. He's caught under the arch though. He's doing a little bit of a maneuver there. Oh, well, the second T-34's ready to...
Even more damage for PFC. Now he's got no healing outside of medkits.
Oh, this gun's waiting.
Don't forget, we still have the T-70. Ready to pounce on that pack gun. Should Kimber decide to push.
Now claiming its 14th infantry kill. He's had a great game so far. Back in PFC land, where does this guy go next? He's got 108 fuel. He's probably going to have to fight fire with a possibly a Stug or a Panzer IV.
Kimbo almost has enough fuel for a third T-34. That's how ridiculous it's getting.
This is keeping up the onslaught. 620 manpower and counting. 90 fuel. Kicks in. Third T-34 on its way. Could even go Katusha 7. Imagine a Katusha against this comp. Clumped up like he has been so much.
Yeah, Katusha's definitely not a bad shot, but the third T-34 will probably seal the deal.
Yeah, they do tend to come in numbers, these tanks. There it is.
Then always do spy network, find where the packers lead with sweepers, and then it's pretty much guaranteed victory.
Yeah, we're going to see a huge convergence of armour. Meanwhile, PFC, he's got the fuel now, just about. Doesn't have the manpower for a second tank. He's going to need it, though. All these mines coming down in the south. Double combat engineers planting them. If you're wondering what the advantage of that is, they plant them more quickly, giving you less chance of being spotted.
Good little ambush with the Panzerschreck partisans here. See this P4. Here we go. Here comes the snare. Surely this is a dive.
Well executed, very well executed. 222 comes into the picture. Panzer IV's been hit in the rear. Pack 40's waiting for the dive. He expects it. Good first shot there and a Faust combo. Meanwhile, Panzer IV is down. 222's turn to die is nigh. T-34 has drawn blood and likes the taste of it, and he wants more. Meanwhile, T-70 comes in for the kill. PFC's got the towel ready. His hand's going to hit the canvas. He's going to tap out. There we go. 2-0 to Kimbo. Kimbo's on fire. Your defense is terrified. Kimbo's on fire. Ooh. Indeed. Sib, any thoughts?
No, just very convincing, strong, almost perfectly executed play for Kimbo. PFC needs to step it up a little bit. Hasn't looked great in either game. A little bit better that game. So I'm hoping he manages to find some willpower in him to fight back.
I think so. I think he might put it down to the map, maybe. These are new maps, and it's easy to compartmentalize your psychological frustration and, you know, just power through. You say, oh, yeah, I don't like that map. Give me another. I'll battle back, make this a best of 5 that goes all the way. But, yeah, there is also the possibility he's just not having a good day. So let's get you in our third observer party and get on with this action, shall we? Even a god can bleed, indeed. Oh dear.
It's one of those games, it felt like, where one loss almost becomes like a domino effect of, okay, it's a one loss, you could bounce from it, but PFC just kept getting the short end of the stick. He lost another Gren, and then lost another Gren, and then lost another bunker, and it just kept going and going until he was eventually succumbed.
Yeah, until there was no more, and we've got these guys say they've started. That's 2:44, so they're getting straight back into the action. The first two games were rather short by company hero standards, and there it is. We've got 2 minutes until it's live. Let's get into it. It's going to be on Canal Park. It's going to be Kimbo PFC Game 3. Guys, I'm going to make myself a quick coffee with ice cubes. I'm going to be right back, and the next things you'll see is me and Sib casting Game 3. So cheers. And here he is, Kimbo in all his pomp, all his glory. He's like a steamroller today. And he is going to level the entirety of Canal Park. He's coming for you, PFC. And we've got to ask PFC one question now. Is he going to find himself equal to the mighty Kimbo? Is he going to rise to the challenge? Is PFC, this fine Korean warrior, is he going to start making this series interesting? Sib, it doesn't feel likely at this point, does it?
No, it doesn't, but if there's a man to do it, PFC's certainly shown he's more than capable. Kimbo will know everything that is up. Partisans are locked in from the get-go. We don't have a commander choice from PFC just yet, but looks like we're going for a bit of a standard opening, but an unusual cap order.
It is, yeah, so far. A little bit interesting, especially Kimbo going for Partisans again. If you're wondering why we got allies twice in a row for Kimbo, it's Master League rules. On game one is the coin toss loser says whoever he wants to choose to go first with their faction. And then game 3 is the same rule but in reverse, so it's the coin toss loser. But it would be a bit unfair if you just swapped allies' axis for the guy that lost the coin toss. So he gets a complete new choice. It makes things a little bit fairer in the series overall. We've already spoken a lot about partisan tactics and what it offers Kimbo, and he's certainly seeming to lean on it quite heavily in this tournament. But let's check out PFC's doctrines. He's got Jaeger Inf, he's got Lightning War, and the possibility of Spearhead. So it's do or die now. He's got to make every decision wisely because he can't afford any more F-ups.
No, he can't, and he's trying to be a little bit aggressive. I like the union of the Pioneer and MG in the top. I was a little bit worried when he split those units up because they are heavily dependent on each other in the early game. Kimbo also playing smart though. He's sending a single conscript, the others are chilling down south. Nothing too aggressive from him either.
No, it's just all standard fare thus far. One thing I do like about Canal Park Sim is you've actually got a rare quadruple green cover situation. 2 green cover walls in a row. It makes some really interesting fighting engagements. Gren's backing up behind the old bulldozer Sherman that nearly met a very watery demise. We have a first pitter-patter of bullets from the worker units in the north. The MG's going to come to bully that situation. But there's that conscript that Siberian was wondering about. The one that went through the alley. It's now found the MG.
That was a beautifully executed flank. I think the combat engineer gave Kimbo just enough vision to know where it was.
Must have done, must have done. He's found the MG and forced it away now regardless. Conscripts and combat engineers fighting over the fuel in the south. They do have the flamethrower emerging, so they're probably going to push into battle now with Emerge ready.
PFC is being really reckless here with this one grenadier cap in the fuel. I don't think he's going to get a chance to do it, and as a result he's taken so much damage he might even lose it.
Yeah, he may. That could be series over, quite frankly, especially on form. And he does not cap the fuel. He just loses a crap ton of manpower. Let's check the stats. Indeed, it's 9-7, which is not good for Wehrmacht with those 30 manpower reinforcements.
No, it certainly isn't. Kimbo is about to hold double fuel cover. Mines going down. PFC needs to make something happen. That was a rough start again. So, come on, PFC.
There's a mine down on this fuel as well. Kimbo solidifying his control of these oil fields. He wants big things that go shooting. Oh, that's nice! A little blast
that's
there.
Exactly the pickup.
That was over the canal there, teaming up with the Grenadiers. He was able to focus via that combat engineer, and they burnt up.
That was a great pickup. It really slows Kimbo down here, both in the mine lane department as well as the base building. And losing a flamethrower like that, huge pickup.
He had partisans hiding in this house for a while. They emerged from the understairs cupboard. Now they're ready to fight. Mine swept as well by PFC. Nice.
He's learning from his mistakes in the last 2 games. He took a lot of attrition from mines last time.
Ooh, look at this Gren blob. Has it been seen yet? Now it's been seen. Conscripts run the gauntlet past 12 stalwart Germans with their Kar 98Ks.
MG, however, still gets flanked. PFC does have reinforcements this time around, but it's badly hurt.
The enemy has driven a wedge in
Yeah.
our lines.
MG just holds his ground against the conscripts. Partisans emerge now. They do have the option of the anti-personnel package, as it's called here.
PFC is showing remnants of life here, despite the losses in the early game.
He's having to fight for his very life, Siberian, and it's good to see a man with a pulse as well, whilst he still has one, fighting for every morsel of the map. But unfortunately, it looks like he's going to lose the fuel. After all that fighting, Sib, he's now pushed back to base entirely, and probably going to get the bunker down and get fully healed and get back out there.
At least he hasn't lost the Grenadier by this stage of the game, so fingers crossed we have a little bit more of an equal game. More mines carried down. I wonder if PFC is going to sweep it. It looks like the sweepers are coming out there, so I understand the requirement from Kimbo to lay another, but potentially wasted munitions here.
It could
Very
be.
interesting. We have LMGs as opposed to G43s from PFC.
It is a bit more of an open map, though, it must be said. You know, it's got this bit vast swathe of open territory in the centre, so LMG is probably well suited to it. But I tell you what, double fuel now for Kimbo. That's a plus 33 income against a plus 10 income for PFC. You know, he's going to have a T70 in no time, yet again.
If he wishes, he could even rush tier 4, don't forget, for an even quicker T34. It's just whether he really wants that T70.
OMG Grenadiers could go for a cheeky... No, they don't quite have the... I was going to say rifle grenade, possibly over the wall there, but they decide against it.
Attempting to steal our sector.
Really annoying sandbags for PFC here. These conscripts doing a lot.
The sector has been cut off.
Everyone hates sandbags, just like Anakin Skywalker hates sand. Forcing away the Grens, the MG yet again. How many... Think about how many times you've seen these squads get pushed back to base versus Kimbo. I think it's, you know, maybe double the amount of times Kimbo's been forced back to base en masse.
Our lines of supply are disrupted.
I like the fact that he's leading with the sweeper now. He definitely doesn't want to bleed anymore. So Kimbo here is the 222. He knows the tier 2 is down. He's expecting this. He's going straight for tier 3 himself. Probably for a T70. I think if he were to not do anything and rely on something like mines and AT grenades, he'd probably give enough breathing room for PFC to redeploy his way back with the 222.
Could do. This 222's got to work overtime.
Once again, Panzer trucks upgraded on the partisans again for more ambush. I must say the flanks on the MG have been pretty impeccable this game, so it hasn't done as much as you'd like it to.
Let's get a Shrek shot in. MG's fighting for the Reich.
Conscripts might go down. Narrowly misses. A little bit unlucky for PFC there. That conscript was very, very low.
Look how close he is to that mine as well in the south.
That's right.
Could happen yet again. This will be his first bit of proper high fuel income for a while.
It must be such a psychological drain just watching your grenadiers run over mines over and over, especially when you've made an active choice to sweep. PFC's probably kicking himself. He knows he's got sweepers, but he's repairing.
Yeah, that's the problem, isn't it? They've got to do double duty right now with mines and tank hunters on the field. The combat engineers are going to be constantly... the pioneers are going to not be lacking for work, basically.
No, they certainly won't be. We don't have a pack yet, so the T-70 is on the field. I didn't see any tellers being planted, so this can be whatever it really wants for the time being.
No Faust on its path there, so we're going to try and take out this MG. Faust emerges possibly from the woodwork, but no, Kimbo's reversing away after the 222 now with prioritized vehicle. Long range Mega Faust there by the Grenadiers.
This is it. Okay. I was going to say, huge error from Kimber. He was showing his rear all the entire time to the 222, but the Panzer Shrek partisans are here to save the day. We could see a nice little flank. Are there any grenadiers down south? There is one.
PFC needs to be more alert. He could have brought this grenadier in. These are the kind of tack map moments that make tournament players into champions.
Maybe even dive the 222. He could have just sacrificed it in the hopes of killing the T-70.
It's possible. It's possible.
If there was a time to dive, it's now.
He's pushed Kimbo off the map for first time in a while here. You're going to see some PFC map control, which is pretty hype considering just how little he's had. Partisans just keeping their toe over the line, stopping them capping this victory point. They've surely got to realise their existence. Oh no! Gets out of the... Gets stuck on the cover and then retreats the hard way.
He's receiving some much needed repairs. There's no tech choices. 4 grands. He's in a good position. It was a good hold. I would have liked to have seen a little bit more counter attacking from his side, but good hold nonetheless.
Another MG coming out for PFC. Wants to control and consolidate his gains. He's taken the map. He might as well keep it. The only thing that remains for Kimbo is this fuel in the north. Gren's think twice about it. No, they do want it. We're only against combat engineers they see, so they might as well fight for it. No, there's a wait. There's a lot more coming and a T-70. So his first instincts were probably wise. So I always trust your first instincts, folks. This grenadier might get brutalized now.
And he can definitely dive because the Pacan is completely out of position against these conscripts. There is an MG, but it's sleeping on a job here.
We all witnessed that. We all saw that PFC thought, this Gren probably shouldn't go north, but then he went for it anyway. And he's now been heavily punished. He kept that Gren in position, it could have protected the pack. Partisans versus Grenadiers. MG's also been flanked now. This is going all wrong for PFC. If he loses this MG, it's probably Series Kimbo. $300 going in the Pole's pocket, most likely. He's had a great tournament. Jibber Jabber Jobber took him to the limit. Inca Una 2. But PFC didn't show up today, it seems. Well,
T-70 should go down to the 222 up top, though.
Oh, that's not a bad pickup. I'm giving PFC's obituary. Meanwhile, he's not dead yet.
No, he could have cleaned it up a little bit better, but still, a good trade for him.
Parson survived. He does get the MG42 6-man squad now. Got a crap ton of fuel. He's cancelled his T-70. He's going to go for mechanised Combinator, and he's going to be able to get a T-34 out pretty damn soon. Maybe he won't reinforce this partisan. No, he's going to reinforce the partisan. It is only 26 per go.
Don't forget, it also enables 7-man mobilize reserves for the conscripts. They become even more efficient.
Enemy forces are capturing our supplies.
SMG will probably come back to haunt PFC, however.
He's building another MG of his own, actually. So you lose one, you get one.
I don't mind that too much.
MG42 team is ready for action.
Oh, Ren's really low there. That'll be fine. She's got just enough health. T-22's only got 2 kills, but it's got Veterans 2 giving it that superior range. Sorry, vision rather.
Let that waiting for that T-34. Let's see what PFC decides to get.
You've got a lot of he hasn't gotten Battle Phase 2 actually, so he's not actually that as close to the Panzer IV as you'd think.
No, he's still a ways off, so he could get another pack. That's always an option. We could see some telemines. He has options.
It's good to have options, but you've got to choose one eventually, otherwise you You'll have a lot of opportunity cost, and I'm not talking about expensive runner. Here we go, we've got 2-2-2 against this combat engineer. The Pioneers push in against the suppressed conscripts. Meanwhile, Grenz are pushing forward again in the centre. PFC's not just holding his ground now, he's pushing beyond that.
That was a good engagement for PFC. His MGs are in decent positions.
T-34 could change things, however. Still only a lone pack and 4 Panzerfausts against him. Pioneers could get caught off guard. That's only a combat engineer, be fine.
Down goes the combat engineers to a flank and Gren on the retreat path.
Yeah, 24 kills on those bad boys now.
T-34 needs to do some work.
I do feel mildly embarrassed that I thought Kimbo was winning this. and then the T-70 died, changed everything basically.
Absolutely. It was a decent trade for Kimbo, but that T-70 loss tipped it ever so slightly in PFC's favor. Look at this T-34 though.
Bit of a strange Faust there. Meanwhile, the 222's in a mild moment of peril, having been 18 aided, but the LMG Grenadiers are defending it. Pack 40's turning around to face the T-34.
This is not a good position for the pack. He does have Grenadiers covering the rear, but there's so many shot blockers on this side, he really needs to move over to the other side.
Conscripts can push forward now and take the... That mine's still there from ages ago. Take the fuel. Getting Kimbo back in position.
Building his engineers, I don't mind this at all. Have we got any mobilized reserve? We do have them active across all 3 of his conscripts. 7-man is active.
Nice, nice. We've just had Battle Phase 2 tech, so having a second pack coming out, however. So I wonder what PFC's thinking there. He's certainly could have gone tier 3 and gotten the Panzer 4 instead. But no, this is the way he wants to do it. Fair enough.
Good catch with the pack here. That's exactly what he needs to keep this T-34 at bay. Runs into the mine once again. Poor PFC.
He's got a new Grenadier. No mines this time. They can start what their fallen comrades began.
Okay, this is a strong position. Look at the MGs. They're covering each other well. There's a pack here in the back. The Grenadiers in cover. This is exactly what you want from a Wehrmacht player.
Certainly better. Grenadiers suffering under duress of this 3-kill T-34 now. We've got Battle Phase 3, yes indeed, Gibber is correct, well spotted Sib. Battle Phase 3 is teching for PFC.
Looks like a classic Tiger store then.
Oh, is he going to be able to make it? He's got a good amount of victory points saying that, 3-3-4. I would have expected him to have less, quite frankly.
And he did consolidate with a second pack, so he's not necessarily lacking an AT department, he just needs good positioning. Still a ways off, so Kimber has a little bit of time to make something happen with this double T-34, but exciting times.
Is indeed, and don't forget that is Grenadiers. Wait, I swear Tier 4 gave... Does it not? I'm an idiot. I'm not going to say it if I don't... Oh no, you need Tier 4, yeah, not just Battle Phase. Yeah, sorry, okay. It's worth getting then, isn't it, in my opinion? It doesn't cost that much for Tier 4.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, incendiary rounds, 2-2-2. Somehow survives, no, just about there. Taken out by the stolen MG42. That's gotta hurt.
Well, definitely open up the room for these conscripts to maneuver. Here comes the dastardly duo, as you call it, the double T-34 pair. Will PFC hold?
He's got to try. Pack wheels around. He's got to get into position quickly. MGs are the chosen target for now. T-34 gets hit through the frontal glacis armor there. Pack finds him again. Good bit of experience for the Pack crew members. PFC's getting close to 230 fuel.
Our territory.
He's committed. No choice but to defend now. It gives Kimber ample opportunity to run around him.
Torsion bar suspension.
Very defensive tellers. Cancels.
Let me show you the spy network for Kimbo. That's just proof for the pudding. He can see everything. Should go off soon. There you go.
KFC, despite not being in perfect position with these packs, he is finding a shot here and there, just enough to keep Kimbo at bay.
We are losing a
Keeping
sector.
the pack split as well. He just wants to keep him at bay, Sib. It's all about just surviving right now. Keeping a fuel and keeping a victory point and getting to Tigerland.
Tigerland is rapidly approaching. We have some good S-mines here. The Pioneers might blow up as well.
Classic. Oh, he's so close to that patch there. Very close to that patch. And the South T-34 is found by the pack once, but not twice.
Look at this pack position. Kimbo's probing here and there, but the stalwart defender PFC holding the line. I think he can do it. It looks like he'll be able to hold for the Tiger here. It'll still be scary with the 3 T-34s, but opportunity.
Yeah, but 3 T-34s with no other support, so he's going to have to swarm, which is really going to test PFC's Gren positioning and his pack positioning to keep this Tiger alive. We've got a real classic game on our hands, Sib. I'm really excited by that. It's evolved. PFC is held despite the odds in the early game, and he now finds himself in a strategically decent position. Click the button. Click that button, Sib. I know you want it. Here it comes. 64 tons of beastly actions is on the field. Quantified destruction right in your face. Huge 88mm cannon. And 100 millimeters of frontal armor protection. This Tiger is going to sit in the center of the map, soak up damage, and deal it out in spades.
If you notice, Kimbo cancelled his third T-34. This is an ode to reserving himself, going back to a bit more conservative defensive play. He was still trying to push with the double.
Yeah, he's going to have to get a Zis gun. An Su-85 would be another good option. You might as well start getting that veterancy accrued now. Then again, against no weaker targets than a Tiger, it's actually a little bit vulnerable.
It's definitely PFC's moment to really push ahead with the Tiger spearheading. But certainly knows he's on the field.
If he doesn't know, he's going to find out soon enough. This Tiger has evil intentions. Mark vehicle in.
Mark target even went for a cheeky shrug, but it bounced. So the snare will not connect.
Forcing away the Grenadiers there. The others just chilling in the park. Meanwhile, the Tiger goes down south, forces away the conscripts. More Pioneers come out. As Sid mentions, he's got to keep this Tiger repaired at all times.
It's already up to 6 kills. Very good job so far. Upgrading with more Pioneers, more sweepers.
Gren's pushed forward, as do the Pioneers. Tiger being well supported here. T-34 is the prey of choice.
Yeah, it opens up a little bit of room up top for Kimbo, and that's exactly what he's doing with the T-34. Not too sure what he's trying to do here, but PFC leaving no quarter, marching straight for Kimbo.
Tell you what, Kimbo's going in for these support weapons, but one pack has heard the T-34 coming. and
There's
warns him
also-
off.
There's also a telemine here. The snare goes off. I think this is a dead T-34.
He's got him Fausted. I tell you what, and this Tiger's got a healthy engine. May have a on-road speed of only 20 miles per hour, but he'll catch up with you eventually. Tortoise in the hair.
Just manages to escape death very narrowly, but look at PFC. He's getting a little bit desperate. A lovely Katusha barrage out of nowhere.
Yeah, we didn't even see that coming, but it is at pretty far range. It's not actually doing anything right now. Tiger backs away. T-34 can't make it pay. There's that last volley. Haha, there's that last volley. Caster's curse there. The last volley decimates 2 Gren squads.
Good push from Kimbo. What looked like an overextension turns into a decisive victory.
Yeah, Tiger's pushed back. All these squads are back in base. Katusha just crept up on us. That last volley got him 5 kills. Not too shabby.
But looking so strong now, all of a sudden he's got the positional advantage. He can position himself wherever he wants to. PFC doesn't quite have as much choice. Remember, we still do have that telemine by the MG here.
Looking for it. I am blind. Literally
It's
blind.
right on the strategic point, directly east of it.
Oh yes, I see it. Thank you very much. I've got it, yep. It's a dive protection telemine.
Yeah, and the T-34 was so close the last time to running over it.
Kimbo's putting the victory point pressure on. Triple cap to come in, but their victory points are rather equal at the moment. Tiger's got a full bill of health. Have the 4 Vet 3 LMG Grenadiers. That is anti-infantry prowess if I've ever seen it. We've got reconnaissance overflight coming in just as marked vehicle engages. Rest in peace, AE's ears.
LMG's working on the Z as well. The pack is providing so much support here. Kimbo's slowly but surely being pushed off here.
Oh, artisans.
Another Katusha.
This is going to be a big one. Where's PFC's reaction times
Oh, he
there?
detonates the teller. The Tiger's exposed here.
Oh my god, the Tiger's exposed. It's getting flanked, but there's a nice Faust to help the situation, but the penetration happens regardless. And we've got a burning Tiger on Canal Park. T-34 dies a martyr and finished off by the pack. Well, that's a trade of the century.
That was so unlucky. Detonate the mine and the frontal penetration from the T-34 means doom for the Tiger.
Pack pushes forward though, Sib. Can he finish off this T-34? No, he can't. Doesn't want to lose Vet 2.
At this point. Oh, you hate to see it. That poor Tiger, PFC's own mine, worked against him, and he loses the MG here.
Oh no, he's gonna pick it up, but that veterancy's priceless. Oh no, it was the unvetted MG at least. The Vet 2 one is safely just north of your picture.
The enemy has broken our supply lines.
Yeah, not good there for PFC. A bit of bad luck, but don't drive over your own tellers. You've heard it here, and you've seen it with your own eyes. Just what can happen, especially with stall and organ of this particular aggression on the field.
For a Tiger, I'll take it.
Yes, agreed.
That's
Donald
some bang
Trump's
for your
art
buck
of
right
the deal,
there.
exactly.
Yeah.
I'd buy that for $1. We are now on wait time. We've got 95 seconds till PFC will have his second Tiger on the field, and you just know that's exactly what he's going to do.
Means Kimbo can get an SU quite comfortably if he really wants to.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing about T-34s is they're best in groups, so if you're going to have a bit of a, you know, separate units from Tier 4, you're definitely going to want an SU-85 out. He has time. You should surely know PFC will be getting a second Tiger.
Another barrage.
Well dodged here. And the Pioneers push forward. Oh, they hit a huge shot, yeah. Could die here. T-34 tracks them. Oh, what a shot by Kimbo. These attack grounds for the T-34 this game have been great. Oh, that was the previous game, wasn't it, on Champs-Élysées, actually, when he was going into base with the hold fire on. But he's showing some great attack grounds here, too.
We have 200 points remaining.
PFC is also down a Pioneer squad. T-34 will be the choice for Kimbo. For a moment, I was worried he was moving his packs right into the barrage.
He's got double Vet 2 packs, really helpful. Going to defend Tiger, but against a Katusha, I tell you what, that Katusha could be the MVP unit for Kimbo by the end of this game. I think it already is with detonating the Tala, but that was a bit of blind luck for him.
Certainly, it's already paid for itself.
If it carries on uncontested, and don't forget, packs at range and a Tiger really aren't going to stop a Katusha, so it's going to have complete just volley after volley into PFC's face. And look at this map, it's got nice protection for a Katusha Sib. Nice big tree and a house here and another one there. The Katusha can pretty much just have free reign. Make it rain. Death.
And for another wide sweep up north of the vetted T-34, the packs are in the middle.
We're at 230 fuel very soon. 640 manpower to follow. Second Tiger on its way. This one doesn't get an introduction, which gets called the second Tiger.
Good fouls, but look at the base dive from Kimber once again, trying to punish PFC's Grenadiers.
Good spot, Sib. Ren's lucky to survive here. If indeed they do, they make it round the other side of the bunker. That's fortunate. Faust goes in, but what's that going to do against such flagrant hatred? Katusha rushes forward. Where's this volley coming?
Right on the MGM pack, I think. Or even in the base. No, on an MG.
Could have done either. Conscripts cut, strike. We have had a damaged engine on the T-34 now. The Tiger's available. Is it going to enter on the northern side? Yes, it is. Can it find this Vet 3 T-34 and finish it off? It's possibly not going to happen. We also have partisan troops. This could be a trap.
It certainly is. PFC's out of manpower and he doesn't even have a healing bunker anymore. The packs are completely exposed.
They are. We've got a follow view on PFC here. This is what he sees. He's got reconnaissance overflight. He sees his packs are surrounded. He's got his MG in position. He's a twitchy player. He wants this. He wants it badly. One pack 40's gone down. His Tiger is rendered useless. Let's go off that because that was given. Oh, his Gren's died during this fighting. So unfortunate. Nothing's going PFC's way today.
Preoccupied up top and they died to a Molotov and a two-man conscript down south.
And I was on board with PFC's camera whilst it happened. Sibby saw it at the last second, retreated, but there's nothing he could do. You're stuck on Tiger O vision. You can't help but babysit the big boy, can you?
No. I'm not sure if he has enough time, even if he were to slowly creep forward. PPs are counting down quite rapidly for PFC.
They are. It's the only thing keeping him in the game. So at the moment is the fact that Kimbo has not capped the northern victory points.
T-34 doesn't want to make it. This might be a ram. No, okay.
Double packs. 1, 2, and boom, it goes down. Now the veteran T-34 comes in. We've got a huge Katusha volley on the backs. They separate, Isildur style. Do they survive? One is surely going to go down. There it is. The Vet 3 pack has been decimated, and now the other possibly. Does this go down? Tiger pushes in. He's having to battle with a stricken 40% health Tiger.
This is definitely hold the line until the last man for PFC. He knows he needs reinforcements, but he has to keep pushing.
The enemy is down to 100 points.
Panzer Shrek is robbed from the partisans. It's not over.
Certainly isn't.
The T-34 might go down here.
Pax tracking him. Oh! He's burning up! He's got him! PFC somehow in this. Can he stop the Zis being recaptured? That'd be huge. Tiger's tracking him too. Explosive cells. So little health. If he can just get anything to help out. MG42's being pushed away by double 7-man conscripts. However, Pack has to get out of there. Tiger's been marked again.
Tiger's been marked, but this is the crew. All PFC needs is to get those units. He even picks up the Panzer Strike onto the VPs, and it should be okay. Kimber going for a cheeky steal of the Pack, but LMG Grenadiers will prevent this from happening.
Yeah, there we go. He's been decrewed, and the Pack's still alive. Meanwhile, we do have a new T-34 enter the fray. Our Katyusha's, we've got 3 seconds left on its barrage. It'll be ready to play once more. This has been recrewed. LMG Grenadiers go forward. He's still got 3 of them. Nice AoE there on that shot. He's having to cap, but he needs to repair the Tiger.
That's right. Kimber knows his moment of momentum is coming to a close. Nice barrage. Will it be enough?
Look at the tight-knit pattern of that. As soon as he got vision on it, the rockets just home in. It's, he's pushing forward now. It's his MG42.
Going for another steal, but PFC taking this chance to decrew the Ziz.
Nice work there, at least, with the Grenadiers saving the day. He's captured the south victory point, or neutralised it at least.
Could be enough. This T-34 is badly injured. Kimber is taking a lot of manpower damage himself. Tiger on a roll, 21 kills and rapidly climbing. Ziz is back being recruited.
It's having an amazing game, the Tiger, as he's done all this on 40% health. It hasn't been penned for a really long time now, mostly thanks to the Grenadiers protecting it and decrewing the Zis over and over.
Needs to be careful though. Mark target is... That shot just disappeared into a black hole.
Where did it go? I was highlighting the Tiger and nothing happened. Gren's gonna die. PFC cannot allow this to happen. Oh no! That might have been a crew member from the Zis, by the way. I swear to God it might have been. No, it couldn't have been, but it looked like it. My bad. Anyway, we got Katyusha's ready to fire yet again. Just had a plane crash over there. Here's the Katyusha, forcing away the MG.
Oh, the Pioneers right on the Tiger. Losing that Grenadier is going to hurt so much for PFC. He really needs all the men he can spare at this point.
Oh, Molotov's going to hurt as well on the Vet 2 MG42.
We are losing a sector.
Tiger's being repaired. It's going to take a while. It is a Vet 3 Pioneer though, and his subordinate. Packs lined up. Can't quite see the T-34 at this point. No, there's a good molly. We've got a recon.
Look at the Packs. They're being completely annihilated by the Molotov and the Zis barrage.
Yeah, they are. Out, one down. The other remains. And we've got a full weapon death there. At least the Vet 2 Pack's alive. Hits the T-34 twice. Katyusha's pushing in for some reason. Kimbo's showing... Oh, he's got a triple cap on there, Sib. This is going to be over very soon.
It will be. This is probably PFC's last chance. And it's not looking good for a Korean player.
He's just been off the pace today, hasn't he? He's not quite had it, unfortunately for him. Kimbo has showed no rustiness whatsoever. He's been really on form, and that's just not gone PFC's way. Can he somehow cap these victory points? He's going to have to go in if he wants to stay in this tournament. He's not going to be able to do it by my calculations unless he wins this engagement. We've got a Katyusha stopping the Pioneers' advance. Now the Grenadiers have got to get in there. The Tiger turns his attention onto the T-34. Gren's make it, but he's out of luck and out of time. Kimbo takes this series. GG, well played. And there we go, as we see the battle worn scenes there. Sib, what did you make of that last game?
I really liked it. It really was a step up from the previous two games. PFC, again, shaky start, decent middle, stalling for that Tiger. We weren't sure if he was going to make it, but he did. Unfortunately, losing that Tiger to his own teller, I think, was probably the turning point. That Katusha for Kimbo came in clutch, and he had so much room to maneuver with those T-34s. How many Grens did we see go down? I think at least 3. So Kimbo was just relentless. PFC held very commendably, but it just wasn't enough.
No, it wasn't, and well played to Kimbo. It's been a while since he last won a tournament. I think it was around this time last year, actually, with the ML2 tournament back in the day. So well played to him. I'm probably going to congratulate him in Discord now. See if he's around. He's gone offline, but GG, well played to him. And big thanks to Siberian GT for casting. He spent his weekend with us, and he's done a really good job of it. So there was a password given out yesterday, but Siberian will be, when he's next streaming, will be giving out some sub gifts on his channel. So make sure you're present and available for that. And yeah, GG, well played to the map makers, all the players that played. And yeah, it was a good old day, wasn't it? We had a good semi-finals, I'd certainly say, Sib. It was a 2 cracking series yesterday.
That's right, and even game 3 was good. It didn't look like PFC was truly on form, but he gave us a good show in here, so props to him as well.
Props to him indeed. Alright guys, I'm going to create some YouTube filler right now. I'm going to create a bit of, because I just upload straight from Twitch to YouTube, so might just do an auto match game perhaps, maybe a 2 versus 2 or something, and just create some filler content. Sib, you can either choose to call it a day because the official kind of casting stream's finished, or you can chill and hang out if you prefer. Which one would you rather do?
I'm probably gonna get a quick bite, and I might stream myself.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Fair enough. I'll play one game and then I'll raid you. I just want to create my YouTube filler, and then I'll be raiding Siberian GT afterwards. So, yeah, we're going to take our suits off and get into our casual gear next. And, yeah, that's the end of the official tournament. It was a good old blast. GG well played to the map makers. All 4 ended up in the finals. GB Pirate, Vector, Joj, and Rachel. Well played to you all. And well played to all the players and people that donated to the Master League, because this is still with those residual funds. Just shows what you can do when you've got money. It's great. Money is power. Alright then, dudes. Thank you very much, Sib. I'll be back in 5 minutes with just one game of auto match, and then I'll be raiding Sib straight away after. So cheers.
Thank you all. Thanks.
Oh god. There we go. That's better. Can play now. I'm not naked, by the way, guys. I just don't have a t-shirt on. It's incredibly hot right now. I've got 2 fans on me, and I'm just like devastated. I even got like a really expensive one with a remote on it. Oh, so much better. There we go. All right, guys. As I say, I'm gonna make a tiny bit more content just because I want some filler for my YouTubes. So wonder what that content should be. I obviously did not mean to do that, by the way, just now. I would never willingly show my nipples on stream. Although I do think I just about got away with not doing that, so it's all good. Right. Let's cast the lowest level game in auto match. Okay, here we go. We've got either this one or this one. I'll show you guys what I can see. Right. We have a choice between... Oh no, we'll just go for this one. This is literally the lowest. Mr. Andreas versus Yang DS3 on Crossroads. Let's do it. Oh, and Mako Silo does work for Observer Mode. I did not know that. So it's scanning right now. It will find us what these guys' ranks are. Okay, right. One guy is completely unranked. The other guy is ranked 3,213. Okay. Hello there and welcome to a live auto match battle between a brand new OKW player and the lowest rank Soviet player in the world today. I'm AE. I've just finished casting a grand final of a tournament which, spoiler alert, player won 3-0 in quick succession. So we will be bringing you this fantastic battle. Yang DS3 is going to be going for the Elite Armored Doctrine. Sturm Tiger represent Yo. Mr. Andreas has gone for a conscript based build. He's got support weapon company first. Combat engineers are lazy combat engineers. They don't want to do... there we go. They've heard us. And they're getting straight into things. Conscripts going west. Combat engineers going east. Sturm Pioneers go west. First Grenadiers go west. So it looks like Yang is going to find himself in a pretty decent spot here, I have to say. Let me go find the exact player card. I am interested in the player card of Mr. Andreas. Let's find exactly what we're dealing with here. Hang on a second. Shouldn't take me a mo. Let's go to co2.org, as if it's still called that. Pull my player card, replace it with his numbers, and I'll post this in chat. Okay, so he's played 32 games. He's won 8, he's lost 24, and he's only played Soviets 1 versus 1. He's my kind of guy. I like that. He's trying to get good. He's just not necessarily doing that great so far as learning the game. We've got a Kubelwagen for Yang 3. Maybe we'll check him out next. Now that I've got the ability to do so. This guy is from Guizhou, China. Isn't that where coronavirus came from? No, I'm pretty sure it isn't. But regardless, he's from there. Right. This guy, it's his second ever game in auto. That's Wuhan, indeed. I think that's why Guizhou had something. I can't remember why I know the name Guizhou. Oh, I think it was on an Alpern stream. It was off GeoGuessr. I think Alpern has been to Guizhou. That's it. Anyway, this is his second ever game. Mr. Andreas is... Tell you what, he's playing well considering it's his second ever game. Sturm Pioneers, yes, they may be at a large distance, not using cover. We've also got the famous Maxim conscript in the house strategy. Second Maxim to follow up. Sturm Pioneers are running round it though, straight into negative cover. Back into light cover. Now they're behind a tree. They're running all over the place, trying to evade the Maxim whilst his Kubel rains fiery death upon them. My money's on Mr. Andreas so far. I think he might be getting his 9th ever win at this rate. Third Maxim could be coming out very shortly. Company's going east. It's a Schwerpanzer Schlepper on the field. What's he thinking here? Is he thinking of an advanced battle group headquarters? He is. I haven't seen one of these for a while. Very far out into enemy. This is OKW standards in 1v1 though. That is considered far out these days. Yeah, he wants that 2-2-1. Well said, Rachel. Pin in on the Folks Grenadiers. Combat engineers just chilling after. They're very in awe of themselves having captured the victory point. They want to soak it all up. Here comes that dastardly 2-2-1. The ovum of devastation. Little hexagon of hatred. He's angry. Conscripts giving some free manpower to Yang. Yeah, he doesn't need it though. He's got floating 480 thus far. It's a 3 Maxim strat for Mr. Andreas. He's gotten 2 in the garrisons. That is oppressive. OKW players probably don't know what to do with that, quite frankly. Especially when you've only chosen to build 1 Folks Grenadier. Where's your incendiary grenades? You ain't got any. Let's fast forward through some of this expert Maxim play. Oh, we've got an 18A threatening. No, he doesn't have it. He's just ooh-roaring in to finish him off the hard way. He's built another one, everybody! Oh my god, this is advanced level thinking. He's built 2 support weapon companies. The thinking behind this is if one gets destroyed, he'll be able to keep pumping out the Maxims. He's got an insurance policy. Classic strat. Makes perfect sense. Think about it. Epic base dive with a Sturm Tiger. He takes out 1 support weapon company. He's got an extra. This is just like Command & Conquer Red Alert, where you build 2 war factories to speed up your heavy tank production as Soviets. In this case, he's going to be able to keep pumping out Maxims. Doesn't have much of the map at the moment, Yang. He's suffering from map control substantially. It's a sea of red from Mr. Andreas. Could be watching on next great tournament legends at this rate. Kubel survives. Nice reverse away. Just outside that cone of fire now. Well played. What else we got going on? MG34 just guarding the cemetery gates here, protecting the spirits of the dead. He's not gone for his own point here. Again, only building the 1 Folks Grenadiers. And yes, indeed, we have the 4th Maxim out. Built at a theoretical and very metaphorical double time speed. Incredible stuff. I just really want Yang to get his first ever win. Did he win his first game actually? Let me just go back to his player card. No, he lost his first ever game. He's now going for his 2nd ever auto match game. See how he does. 2nd MG34 is just guarding the battle group headquarters. Not a bad idea. But this is going all Mr. Andreas at this rate. Let's times 4 past some of this stagnation. Right, he's built a 2nd Stern Pioneer squad. Not a bad idea. He's keeping him in base so he can keep this Kubel healthy. Makes perfect sense. 2-2-1 is getting Maximed in its ass. However, it drives past him with incredible skill there. Does it stay alive? What a drive by Yang. That was incredible skill. He chose the right direction there. Perfect. And now with the double Stern Pioneers, this is what I'm saying. He can repair it even quicker. Get it straight back out onto the field. Loving this. And of course, against 4 Maxims, what do you want? A Raketenwerfer. To his credit, he has now, using his own MG34 technology, been able to get his fuel. We're watching Genius in action. There's an incendiary grenade. Not bad. Meanwhile, Kubel sneaking out through the Maxim city. This Maxim's not having a very good time. Facing the wrong way. Getting shot in the ass. He sets the right way now. He could lose a Maxim here, Mr. Andreas. You're sleeping. Said though, if that's a second weapon Compania, he'd be in a perfect position to get another one out. We're going for an M5 first. Maybe that's why he's keeping these units in base. Wait for the M5 so they don't have to get tired before they get there. Kubel's gone for the victory point cap, keeping Yang in this. Oh, that's what the Rakettenwerfer was for. He wants to take down the buildings. Not a bad idea. He's doing it the hard way. That 2-2-1 with 9 lives. Cat-like reflexes finds its way around the Maxims. Starts to put down the pressure. Stern Pioneers with the Sturmgewehrs over the hay bale there. Kubel's done its duty on the victory point. We've got flanking MG34s pushing in. Mr. Andreas does not know what's going to hit him. Is he teching for the quad mount? No. He's just lingering in base for now. He's got more than enough to handle in the centre of the park. This Maxim's lucky to survive. The Kettenwerfer's taking a really long time to decimate this building. Meanwhile, MG34 versus Maxim in the house. 2-2-1 pushes forward with its 7 kills. And this Kubelwagen's continued to cap. Back in base, M5's now being loaded. It's taking a while. They're signing their papers. Have they had their health and safety training? That's what we're going to find out. Crew members of the Maxim doing some good work on the 2-2-1. Combat engineer jumps in the house. Meanwhile, back in base, all these Stern Pioneers and First Grenadiers are ready to rumble, as is a SWS truck. Finally, the party bus. He's got a Maxim in the bus, ladies and gents. That's right. Maxim is locked and loaded in the M5. I wonder what he's going to do. He's going to offload a Maxim on the Kubel, perhaps. Maxim will set up and punish the Kubel. He's got so many choices. Lots of choices indeed. He takes out the Kubel. I didn't even catch that on camera. Yeah, the camera's that frantic. Kubel down. Maxim in the M5 does a crap ton of work. Can you even see the Maxim in the M5 actually? That's the surprise though, isn't it? You don't know it's there until it jumps out at you. And then boom, there's a Maxim. Love it. Absolutely love it. Meanwhile, back in base, we've got another M5 building. Holy shit, we're going to have double Maxim M5s. Is he going to base rush him with the Maxims? And put Maxims in his base? Is that what we're going to see? Because I'm not so sure the flak emplacements will like that. Oh, he might be thinking of it. He's thinking of it. Kettenwerfer has him not cornered though. Second 2-2-1. He liked the first one so much. Not sure this second one's as powerful as the first. So it's going for the Maxim in the house. It goes past the windows. Very little health remaining. Can he repeat his earlier exploits? Maxim's not set up. He should be fine. Double Stern Pioneers. Ready to repair it. Oh, he's going back again. Does a little bit of a drive-by and gets a nice shot through the window. Meanwhile, this first 2-2-1 with its 11 kills could actually finish off the combat engineers through the window here. Maxim turns around to face him though. Watch that health-o-meter. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh no, it's a disaster for Yang. Oh, he couldn't see it coming fast enough. He couldn't react fast enough. And oh, look at this MLG attack ground. We've got a YouTube viewer watching here. He's been watching the pros play.
Supply half-track is in action. Standing by for setting of command.
Mechanized upgrading, so this second 2-2-1, at least it can be repaired with the Stern Pioneers and the Automatronic Engineers. God, it's going to be a healthy 2-2-1. It's going to be the healthiest 2-2-1 ever. Meanwhile, back in Maxim land, he's now recruited with a healthy Maxim, and he's just got placeholder units here. Party bus engaged. Yes, another Maxim party bus. That's right. I think he thinks that the Maxim fires from the M5. This is what Mr. Andreas is going for. We do have a commander chosen. Not that he's used anything from it quite yet. Another M5 building on top of that one. I don't know what's going on. I can't work it out.
Enemy forces capturing
It's
supply
just
sector.
too much happening for my small, tiny mind to comprehend, quite frankly. These strats are just incredible. He's going to max him up another M5 and attack him with that. 500 munitions for Mr. Andreas. He could have upgraded these M5s to quad mounts. But he's choosing not to. He's choosing to make them into combat engineer maxim M5s. This is avant-garde Company of Heroes. This is like making a statement Pablo Picasso style. This is cutting off your own ear.
Ultimate sacrifice.
Combat engineer in the house dies. Cutting off your own ear. Let's have a look at that combat engineer. I think that represents this pretty well. Where is he? He was upper. Was he in the top floor? No, that's one of his friends.
We have an isolated sector.
Flame. Incendiary grenade goes in with the one focus grenadier. Oh, it's a double Maxim M5! Double Maxim M5 hype! He's got the original one, of course. He's going to double Maximum with the M5. That's incredible. Takes him out with the combat engineers and that M5, but this double Maxim M5 is using all the power of the original M5 frontal gunner there. Oh no. It's a citadel of devastation from Mr. Andreas. What a strat.
Enemy forces are attempting to capture our
What an
territory.
incredible strat he's used here. Get an SU-76 next, just keep it coming from tier 3. Got our Panzer II Luke's coming out for Yang. He really wants this. He's doing it for China. Mr. Andreas, of course, doing it for Spain. Making their countries proud. Oh, he's running into a trap here. Stern Pioneer, Panzer Shreks. Need to offload. There they go. Rakettenwerfer needs to get a shot in as well. Can't quite do it. Stern Pioneers, where are you with that salvo? Come on, sons.
Ready for action.
SU-76 now out. Yang, he's got a lot of manpower at his disposal, but 644 fuel. That's even more. He offloads the Maxim, goes back to base to get another. Continuously using these garrisons against him. Doesn't know what to do, does Yang? He doesn't know the counter. He's kept fuel for a while, though. He's also kept this victory point. Panzer II Luke's comes out, just discovering what these units do, it seems. And a flak half track is next. Mr. Andreas, meanwhile, has options. Maybe he'll get a fourth M5. That'd be his third M5, wouldn't it? He's played so well with the first several. There's an SU-76 phasing through the T-17. Combat engineers could die. They're not focused, however. And he gets the cap. No, I'm watching the game of the century. This is more than okay. This is the best game I've ever seen.
Heavy machine gun team prepared for combat.
Fifth Maxim out the field from these two support weapon companies. Is he going to load up the M5s yet again? Could be, could be. Yes, he is. I knew he would. He's a man of taste. Maxim M5, let's go.
Capturing our supplies.
Next level strats. Padding out that YouTube video. Making people think that the game didn't end as quickly as it did. Ooh! SU-76 finds the flak. Oh, and there it is, the Maxim. Of course the Maxim finishes it off. Mr. Andreas is going for win number 9 here. Yang didn't know what hit him. Something going around the edge. As is the SU-76. Lining up shots against the Lukes. Misses, however. Panzer II Lukes is finding out that it's an anti-infantry tank all of a sudden. That is a shame. This could be game for Mr. Andreas. He could have it now. Can't see that Yang has any way out of this. Oh, and he takes out the Focus Grenadier for good measure. Yang, he's got to throw in the towel now. Rakettenwerfer went down as well. combat engineers dabbing on him, capping all these territory points. And now we have a damaged engine. Maxim M5. That's just badass. I think you need the icons in to realise how glorious this is. This is the stuff of dreams. This is how Company Heroes was meant to be played.
Engineers ready for assignment.
Back in base, engineers are up. Maybe he's going to get a third support weapon company. We can only hope and dream. Meanwhile, T-70 watches on as the MG-34 is pushed away. Let's times 2 through some of this. Maybe in times 4. Oh, he's going in for a base inspection. No, he decides against it. He's a very conservative player. He knows exactly what he's doing. Oh, he loses an M5 and gets a 12 stun nade off. Dodecatuple, or whatever the phrase would be. That was a fantastic stun nade, but it's not going to matter because the Maxim's in-house's strategy has been incredibly powerful. And now we have the T-34-76 to seal the deal. Well played to Mr. Andreas. Truly deserving of being the world's lowest ranked Soviet player. And unfortunately for Yang, keep playing. He played with some decent ideas, learning the faction. And I think he's got a bright future ahead of him. GG, well played. Alright then, lads. Let's host Siberian now. And if you remember the password from yesterday, you can claim one of 3 sub-gifts that is coming your way. So let me just make sure I've got his correct stream title here. Let's raid over to Sib. Yeah, you can claim them. That's right, you can claim them in... oh, did I type that in the right place? Oh yeah, raid now. Here we go. Let's go on over to Sib, guys. Cheers.